I picked up the starter crank from the jalopy seat. Deciding the jalopy was so beat up that a little more damage wouldn't be noticed, I cut open the stitch. I pulled the spring from the ripped seat cushion.
What a piece of junk! So much as a nudge and the whole thing locks up! Work, damn you!
That almost hit me!
Almost isn't good enough. A few inches over and we could have had a lovely headline about a gory workplace accident.
Maybe this will help?
What do you think you're doing?
I fixed it for you.
I'm going to need to recalibrate the whole thing now.
No need to say thank you.
You're lucky. There's something fishy about you, Murphy McCallan. I can smell a story on a person like rotten eggs in an egg salad. And currently it's the 4th of July summer picnic and someone forgot to put the bowl in the refrigerator last night.
I picked up the freshly printed sheet of paper. It was a typesetter's calibration sheet.
Welcome back, Murphy McCallan. Take a seat.
I found something that could be used as a spirit board.
Yes, that will work. Even if it will take a lot of concentration on my part. Cecil Belmore, we now implore, where do you rest forevermore? I sense a hidden place, a laboratory known only to Cecil, a secret refuge for study and invention, and desperate attempts to reconcile science and the supernatural. But he's been followed. Unknown to Cecil, someone lies in wait in the darkness and is about to look at the painting. Cecil's body lies in a hidden laboratory, and you must find it. Cecil never told anyone where he conducted his work, but in happier times he created a treasure hunt for his brothers, were they ever to seek him out. That is your lifeline, Murphy. Follow the trail of clues to reach that laboratory. I sense the first clue lies in Cecil's bedroom.
Is this the Bible you've been looking for?
My word! That it is, my boy! Oh, where did you find it?
Fallen down the side of a cabinet back in St. Juniper's Church.
People do say they find faith in the most unexpected places, but down the side of furniture is certainly one of the most common. I'm most indebted to you. Is there anything I can give you to show my appreciation?
Actually, I did have my eye on that crucifix you're wearing.
Ah, are you looking for spiritual guidance, my child?
Absolutely. Particularly if it guides me to something hidden in St. Juniper's Church.
Then I shall give it to you with my deepest thanks. Let it guide you to where you want to go. What a relief! My Bible returned to me. Why, if I hadn't gotten it back, we would have had to cancel the wedding.
The crucifix slid smoothly into the indentation, like the final piece in a jigsaw puzzle. The text read, "In the light find the cross, for it shall bring you safe passage." I pressed the button and the panes of glass in the window above seemed to change, but it was hard to tell at night. Without sunlight behind them, all the colors were indistinguishable from one another. Crossbone Cove lay at the bottom of impassable rocky cliffs. If I wanted to reach it, I would need to get there by boat.
Oh, look who's returned.
Good evening, Felix.
Remind me, did you say your name was Captain Knott?
My pseudonym, that's right, for marketing purposes.
Because I've been doing some research in the club archives, and it seems as though we already had a Captain Knott as a member about 10 years ago.
That would be my father, Captain Knott Sr. I'll pass on a hello next time I see him.
42 years as a captain, sailed each of the 7 seas.
That's the one. More at home on the waves.
It says in the records that he's deceased.
Might be harder than expected to pass on that hello, actually.
Drowned, apparently,
A mighty struggle.
while taking a bath.
Mainly a struggle with the plug, really.
Look, I'm on to you, Sonny. When Mr. Perkins gets back tomorrow, we'll be having an investigation. Captain Knott, or not a captain.
And until then,
Enjoy the club.
avast, mateys! Shiver me timbers! 'Tis a pleasure to make your acquaintance, me hearties. Yo-ho!
What on earth are you talking about?
I think your lighthouse might have lured in a loon, Newt.
I thought you were captains. Isn't this how captains talk?
Not outside of Treasure Island, novel. You expect us to carry parrots on our shoulders, too?
I tried that once in my life, and all I got was excrement down the back of my blazer.
Oh, right. Good evening.
It's about time you got here. I've been waiting for you.
You have?
Darn right. Give me another sarsaparilla, and be quick about it.
No, I'm not a waiter.
You're a captain? They keep getting younger and younger. Do they give you a free pair of floaties with your license nowadays?
Are you a captain?
I was, a long time ago. Captain Cuthbert Moot's the name. Now I'm the island's lighthouse keeper.
How come you're not captaining anymore?
I had a bit of a bump with a lighthouse.
If only lighthouses had some way of warning you they were there. The lighthouse keeper's nostrils huffed like a bull about to charge at a matador.
After I crashed the ship, I lost my job with the Belmore Trading Company. What's more, I was taken off the Belmore wedding guest list. Life's been one disappointment after another ever since. I used to be a king of the waves. Now I'm a bigger wreck than my ship.
How did you not see the lighthouse?
I was busy at the time. What are you, the captaincy board?
But you managed to keep your captain's license?
In a manner of speaking, the captaincy board has a sense of irony. After I crashed into the lighthouse, they made me take the job of lighthouse keeper to maintain my credentials.
Then shouldn't you be at the fort if you're the lighthouse keeper?
Yeah, it's a dreary place, and there's a damn fleabag cat there that won't leave me alone. Anyway, it's a clear night. If the fog comes in, I'll switch the light on. Otherwise, I'm staying right here.
What's wrong with the cat?
Blacktail? You see these scratch marks on my nose? The damn thing jumps for my head every time the badge on my hat catches the light.
You worked for the Belmore Trading Company?
Once upon a time, I was the captain of the SS Mysterium, flagship of the Belmore Trading Company fleet. I've captained more ocean voyages than you've taken baths. I might look like I should be hawking fish sticks at a market stall, but back then, I was at the top of my game, enjoying the finer things in life. Caviar in the finest restaurants, champagne at the finest resorts, dressing in the finest tuxedos. Oh, one little bump threw my whole career down the plug hole.
I take it the Captain's Club doesn't compare.
It did once upon a time. This place used to be a model of a club. Now the only thing it'd be modeling would be a cardigan and a girdle.
So you weren't invited to the Belmore wedding?
No, I was snubbed. Years of captaining their flagship, and then I get forgotten like a dirty sock. I tried to convince Mrs. Craddock to add me to the list, but she's got a heart colder than a penguin's behind.
I was invited to the Belmore wedding.
What? You never told me that.
You never asked. Yeah, not a direct invitation from the Belmores, but I was invited as a +1.
Who invited you?
A little lady named Tallulah LaRue.
Why didn't you go?
Because she scared the hell out of me.
Isn't it lucky that you didn't go to the Belmore wedding?
Lucky? How by Neptune's beard could you call that lucky?
Because the whole wedding disappeared. Their lives were stolen from them, their souls trapped in a tormented house for eternity. If you'd have been there, you'd have disappeared too.
Oh, it just would have been nice to feel included. That's all.
Is there a way into the fort?
Not without the key, and I'm the one in charge of that. Do you know the reason for the big walls, the sturdy gates, the barrels of gunpowder, and the big boomy cannons? To keep people out!
Can you turn on the lighthouse beacon?
I don't know if you know how lighthouses work, but they only need to be lit up when visibility is low. As far as I can tell, it's a clear night, so until I see fog pouring through that window, I'm not doing a thing.
I better be off.
So long.
Good evening. My name's Murphy McCallan.
Good evening, Captain McCallan. Captain Gifford Pemberley at your service. That's right. I expect you've heard of me. Master of the Mississippi, tamer of the Tennessee, cuddler of the Colorado. Care to hit the table with me?
I'll join you in a game. What are we playing?
Billiards.
Should I set her up?
It is set up. This isn't American billiards, boy. We're playing English billiards. A fine game which requires only 3 balls. A white for me, a yellow for you, and a red we share.
I haven't heard of English billiards before.
I learned it when I toured the gambling halls of London back in 1922. It's a game with far more depth and skill than pool or snooker. points are awarded not just for potting, but by the flair with which strikes are accomplished. More points can be earned with a fanciful shot than by a simple pocketing.
So I'm not trying to get the balls in the little holes?
Look, I think we might be a bit out of your depth with this. Why don't we keep it simple? The winner is the one who can bounce the red ball off the cushions the most times.
I can do that.
Then let's play. I'm afraid it'll have to be with dry cues. For some reason, the billiard chalk's gone missing.
I wonder how that happened.
Sevens! Something to be proud of. Threes. Too bad, Captain McCallum. It seems my standing as champion of the Captain's Club continues.
Hello again, Captain Pemberley.
Welcome back, Captain McCallum.
Are you a famous riverboat captain?
You haven't heard of me?
I'm sorry, I don't have a lot of experience with riverboats.
Don't tell me you're one of those jelly-legged sea captains.
Jelly-legged? At least we sea captains do proper sailing, with charts, by the stars, across vast seas and oceans, hundreds of miles from land. You riverboat captains only have two directions, upriver or downriver.
Don't listen to him. He doesn't understand the perils of the riverways. I got my start in Baton Rouge. All I needed to do was teach the Mississippi that I was its master. If it wasn't going to do as it was told, it would get a damn good spanking until it fell in line.
Have you been a member of the Captain's Club long?
I'd say so. I got my license when I was 25. When my uncle Augustus passed away, I sold his gumbo restaurant and purchased a diamond of a riverboat. I ran pleasure cruises up the waterways of Devil's Rock for years.
Are you still a captain?
Technically, but it's hard to put into practice when you no longer have a boat.
What happened?
I got a little overconfident drinking whiskey and gambled my riverboat away years ago. My wife left me because she said I had a gambling addiction, but I still think I can win her back.
Were you the former captain of the Spirit Queen?
That's the one, dear boy.
So you must be interested in ghosts.
I beg your pardon?
Having named your riverboat the Spirit Queen.
It's not named after ghosts, boy. It's named after bourbon, gin, tequila, whiskey. Those are the spirits that haunt me.
Are you going to patch things up with Mrs. Pemberley?
Oh, I'm trying. I had a bouquet of flowers delivered to her this morning.
Is there a florist in Dead Nettle?
No, I just took them out of that window box over by Moot. Don't tell Felix, or they'll end up on my tab.
I'd best be running along. Enjoy your evening.
Farewell, Captain McCallum.
It was a vacuum flask filled with dry ice. The flask was keeping the ice solid for the time being. Along one wall of the bedroom was a makeshift laboratory complete with vials, beakers, and a furnace below. The bag was empty of everything but papers covered in an unintelligible scrawl. A bag lay abandoned on the floor. Hanging on the coat stand was a thick, off-white lab coat. It was a bell jar containing a homunculus, a miniature human-like creature formed from a mix of animal parts.
You built a dollhouse.
I filled the bottle with water from the fountain.
Wake up, little girl, you're just dreaming pretty dreams, dreaming the hours away, looking for the land beyond.
Empty of flowers, I could see that the window box was securely attached to the club's masonry. The dry ice clattered into the metal window box. I poured the contents of the bottle onto the dry ice, and immediately it started to evaporate, filling the area with mist.
Waiter!
I told you, I don't work here.
Do you know how to work a lock at least?
Sure I do.
Right. Well, the fog's coming in, and someone needs to switch on the lighthouse light. I would do it myself, but that fort's danker than the inside of a sailor's trousers. Use this key to unlock the gate, then turn on the light with the switch on the ramparts. Think you can handle that?
I'm on it. It was the old rusty key I'd gotten from the lighthouse keeper. It opened the gate into Fort de la Moor.
Looking for the land beyond the rain. Like a child at play.
From the fort ramparts, I had an unobstructed view across the entire southeastern coast of the island. Cliffs and crags, waves and water, and an endless horizon. The cannon looked like it might still work. If it did, I knew from that evening's previous experience with firearms that 5 steps were required. Gunpowder, shot, ramrod. An old cannon still sat on the ramparts, ready to fire upon enemy ships. An old ramrod used for loading the cannon still leaned against the turret. It was an ornately crafted metal statue of a Maharaja prince, with one hand outstretched and the other clasping a scroll case. Do you mind if I borrow this shovel?
Oh, go right ahead. I already dug up those naughty thorns. It's funny, even when things are dead, they can still cause trouble. Just look at us ghosts.
Hello, Rupert.
Hello again, Murphy. Have you given any more thought to my offer?
You mean the offer to poison me?
Well, you needn't put such a negative spin on it. Personally, I think death's just got a bad rap.
I suppose if the Grim Reaper showed up in a glittery tuxedo jacket instead of a hooded cloak, we'd all be much more on board with it.
Exactly. We all have misconceptions about the afterlife. I used to think we were reincarnated. But the fact that I have the same neck wrinkles and big belly, just now translucent blue, has certainly put the lid on that theory.
Why did you believe in reincarnation?
Well, it was more for the social aspect, really. We used to have monthly past life parties. There's something to do at the weekend, you know. You dress up as the person you used to be, until the venue asked us not to come back.
What happened?
It was a disaster waiting to happen, to be honest. By the last one, we had 3 different members claiming to be Napoleon. And they decided the best way to figure out who was genuine was by seeing who would be the first to reconquer Western Europe. We had one person claiming to be Ebenezer Scrooge, despite the stumbling block of his being a fictional character. The final straw was that we had one Julius Caesar and one Brutus. They got in a fist fight outside the venue when Julius tried to jab Brutus with a French loaf from Bon Ton Bakery, shouting, "Baguette too, Brute!" He said afterwards he was just trying to even things up.
Who did you think you were reincarnated from?
Anne Boleyn's my best guess. She had green sleeves, didn't she? And I often have such a splitting headache that a whole beheading thing might come as a relief. How about you, Murphy? Do you think you had a past life?
If so, I can't imagine what I did to deserve the life I've got now. Can I attend one of your past life parties?
If we get them up and running again, I don't see why not. You need to pay the membership fee, though. $50 per person. I know, I thought it was expensive when I joined up too. But it's worth the gamble. You only live once, don't you?
Who's the statue of?
Oh, him. He's from an old Indian fable the Belmores used to have read to them as children. It was a gift Cecil Belmore gave his brothers a couple of years before he disappeared. Quite the conversation piece.
What was the statue's story about?
A young Maharaja prince who sold his kingdom for a single coin, all so he could use it to save the love of his life.
How romantic.
I suppose, if you're into that sort of thing.
Did you say Rackham took an interest in the poison garden?
That's right. Asking me all sorts of questions.
What did he want to know?
He was asking which ones could drug a person. Ended up rather captivated by the indigo ivy.
What happens if it's used as a drug?
Just a few leaves in a cup of tea would have you paralysed for hours. There are no ill effects once you come back round, though. Of all the plants here, it's probably one of the benign ones.
Unless you're bricked up alive before it's worn off. Do you have any indigo ivy left?
I don't. It was all missing the morning after Rackham asked about it.
Well, no time to stop and smell the roses. Goodbye.
Goodbye, Murphy.
I didn't have anything to talk to him about. Walking into the church, I was presented with the sight of the stained glass window illuminated beautifully by the lighthouse beam. They lined up perfectly. Pressing the button, I noticed something had changed in the stained glass window. Whatever mechanical process it used was a mystery to me, but pressing the button caused the panes of glass to tilt, ever so slightly, so that the white light from the fort was split into 4 different colors that seemed to dance around the window. As soon as the plates in the stained glass window clicked into place, forming a translucent cross at the center, I heard a rumble behind me. The sound of antique machinery somewhere beneath the stone floor. The uneven stone staircase descended beneath the church into a dark, narrow tunnel. Inside each arch were countless skulls embedded into the rock face, their empty eyes staring at me. I didn't dare begin trying to calculate how many dead bodies it would take to produce such a corridor, or where they came from. The passageway twisted far away from the church, finally emerging in a round room lit only by a pale shaft of moonlight filtering through a narrow hole above. Tombs surrounded me in solemn silence. I had found the sanctuary crypt. As I examined the alcoves inside the crypt, I realized one of them was different. While the others opened up to funerary altars, this one had been sealed up with bricks. The brickwork was crumbling, and although I couldn't dislodge it with my bare hands, I could tell it wouldn't take much force to break through. I needed to know what was on the other side of that wall, and this was a situation that called for some straightforward destruction. You're free now, Yardley. He can't keep you imprisoned anymore.
So you are the mortal who is trying to find the lost treasure of Belmore Manor before me.
Rackham!
You know who I am. Surely you must also know that you have started down a foolish path. It will only end in your death, Murphy McCallan.
I know all about your plan, Rackham.
My plan will succeed with or without your interference. I'm afraid you're making a terrible mistake, McCallan. For your own sake, I suggest you leave this island for good.
Never. Whether you like it or not, I'm part of this story now too.
Don't let it be said I didn't warn you. If you're so interested in being friends with the dead, perhaps it's time you joined them. Just as Yardley Belmore was entombed alive, so shall you be.
Rackham's spell had transported me somewhere I couldn't immediately place. I was lying down, my arms pinned to the side of me, my hands only able to feel the grain of the wooden boards to the sides and above and below me. And then I heard the noise. Something thudding on the boards above me. That's when I realized I was being buried alive. I fumbled in my pockets and took out the screw jack, bracing it between the floor and the lid. With each crank, the pressure grew and grew, until finally... Hey! Could you get me out of here?
Murphy? What are you doing down there?
Trying to not be down here.
I'll go fetch a ladder. Don't go anywhere.
Where do you think I could go? Before I'd even reached the top of the ladder, Edgar had fled to the safety of his shack, far away from the grave where he'd inadvertently tried to bury me. But one good thing had come out of it. Now I had Yardley's key.